You're listening to the Chopped Podcast, episode number 67. Hey everyone, I'm Marly of the blog Namely Marly. Thanks for joining me today for the 67th episode of the Chopped Podcast. This is the podcast designed for people just like you, bloggers who love food. You've tuned in for another episode of FriChats. Cara and of the site Fork and Beans and I have received such great feedback about our FriChat series. You all are loving it, and so are we. This week we're back, and we're talking about working naked. Okay, I mean, not literally, you know what I mean. It's just that I read this book a long time ago, and the title of it was Working Naked, A Bare Essentials Guide to the Home Office, or something like that. I read that book a few years ago, and it was the first time I realized I might like to work from home, and not because I had anything about working naked or anything like that. It's just that I think I like the idea of being creative and creating my own home office space. And I think there are more and more people working from home today than there ever have been. So I thought this topic of working from home and what to wear to dress for success was important. So why don't we get right to it? Hey everyone, it's time for FriChat. Hey everyone, here we are. It's Friday, so that means it's time for another FriChats. I'm Marly, and I'm here with Cara and of the site Fork and Beans. Hey Cara.
What's up, Marly?
Not much about you. You ready for another FriChat?
Oh, you better believe it.
You know it. We're here to talk today about a topic that I think people might be interested in. We're calling it working naked.
That's right. We're both naked currently. Kidding.
It plays off last week because we talked a lot about loving yourself naked. So we're just on this naked theme.
That's right.
You know it. Well, just so you guys know that we're not like, these, I've never actually been to a naked beach or anything like that. I'm not into that. I have. You have?
I've been to one, yes, in Hawaii.
How did that go?
Best experience ever.
Really?
Free. I don't know if I'm ready to go back so quickly because it's usually, the older generation who is a little more liberated with their body over there, but it was interesting. So not the topic, but it was interesting.
And would you do it again?
Maybe, yeah, I might because it's part of, self-love and realizing big deal, I have celluloid. Oh, well, so does everybody else on this beach. So there.
Yes, exactly. Very few people actually don't have it, so it's a freeing experience.
I wish I had their genes. But
I actually read a book several years ago when I first even thought of the idea of working from home. I read a book and it was called Working Naked. And her point was when you work from home, you can dress however you want. And she wasn't necessarily advocating for working naked. I think she was just trying to sell books. But it caught my attention. And it was really the first time I actually developed this vision in my life, I think I'd like to work from home. And what does that say about me, Cara? I don't know. I don't want to think about that.
Yeah, let's not go there.
Yeah, but I like this topic because it's a big discussion of people who work from home. Do you get dressed up or do you just work in your jammies all day?
What do you do?
I typically will wear things that are comfortable, like yoga pants. I have jeans that I wear that are comfortable as well. I don't typically wear things that are like slacks, although I do have, in the summer, it's getting warmer now, so I can say this, that I play tennis, so I found that tennis skirts are really enjoyable. They're comfortable, and yet I can put tennis shoes on and go for a walk, so I love tennis skirts. Yeah.
Nice. That's like a level of sophistication there.
Oh, I am nothing but totally sophisticated, Cara.
Totally. I need to get myself some tennis skirts for this summer too. I'm thinking.
You should. Actually, they're nice.
I like that idea.
What do you wear?
I work out in the morning. I go to the gym at 4:45
a.m.
And yeah, but before you all get crazy, just know that I'm just walking. I just walk. I don't do anything insane, but it is an insane hour in the day. So, but I realized that if I don't do it then, I'll never do it because I have this tendency to be consumed with work all day.
Yes.
So I try to get that in the morning, and then I come back and I will change out of my workout clothes, but I might change into something loungy still that's comfortable and breathable. Or if I have, something I need to go to, I'll get dressed up, obviously. But I typically never stay in my pajamas. I personally feel gross when I do.
Yeah.
So I don't like feeling gross about that because it affects my work. And so I at least like to take a shower at least at one point of the day and feel refreshed and make sure my teeth are brushed.
Yeah, having brushed teeth is important.
Yeah, I struggled with that for a long time because it's hard when you're working from home if you don't have a routine in place, and then you can easily forget about it until about like noon, and then you're like, ooh, I should probably do that. That might have been giving up way too much information about me, but
if it makes you feel any better
now.
If it makes you feel any better, I was going to say the same thing about showers, because sometimes, like, if I haven't worked out in a day, like, oftentimes, here's what I'll do, Cara. I'll say, okay, I am going to work out right before lunch, and then I get so absorbed in what I'm doing that lunch happens, and so I'll work out after lunch, and then the phone rings, and I get busy with that, and then I think, okay, I'll work out this evening, and then that doesn't happen, and so it's like this can go on for days, and at some point, it's like, okay, I have to take a shower, so this has to happen. It's like I feel like I have to earn my shower.
Oh, I love it. Well, it's a hard thing to have boundaries in your, when you're working from home, because it's easy to go right to your office or whatever station it is that you work at and get right to work and forget that maybe this also ties in with the self-care. Maybe part of self-care is just taking a shower. Who knows? Brushing your teeth. Brush your teeth.
I love it. That's really true. I think for me, sometimes the conflict is to like, I think I would like to get a little bit more dressed up than I do, but I also have this goal of getting 10,000 steps in a day. So I like the ability to like, if I find a window of time, or if I create a window of time, I can just throw on my tennis shoes and I'm out the door and I'm getting my steps and I'm back at work. Whereas if I, had slacks on with my nice pretty heels or whatever, not that I would wear heels around the house, but Yeah.
No. So that raises a question in my head. Do you think that there is something psychological to the whole kind of getting yourself dressed up-ish for your work at home? Or do you think that it's kind of the expectations that we place on ourselves on how is it taboo to be in your pajamas all day but still get a crap load of work done? Like, can you still feel good about yourself?
I think you should be able to feel good about yourself. That's
what I think too.
If you get your goals done for the day and you are in pajamas all day long, then good for you. That's great.
Maybe the issue isn't, feeling like a slob or getting dressed. Maybe the issue is our own expectations of ourselves and putting value on the wrong thing. I don't know. I'm just throwing that out there.
No, I think that's a really good point. Like, I could actually make the same question about the state of my office. Like, there are times, especially since, tax season wasn't that long ago, my office was a wreck, and I pretended not to care about it. However, I did just recently force myself to take some time to get in here and clean up, and I feel better about the fact that my office is clean. However, it's the same thing. I feel like you could say it is a mindset, but I do think there is something about walking into the office and the office looks clean. It just feels better.
And I know people who could walk into that office when it is dirty and still just go right to work. So it seems like such an individual person's conflict, really.
I think you're right.
What works for you, and what do you feel most comfortable in, and what makes you feel successful? Because it's all kind of part of that.
Yes.
I'm kind of having a moment with myself here of realizing maybe I should stop being so damn hard on myself for loving my lounge pants, you know? Maybe it's not a big deal because I have a business that I run and I'm doing it.
Right.
And I can't be, oh my gosh, is this topic always going to be coming back and everything? Maybe I just can't be perfect in everything, and there are some things I have to let go.
Yeah.
Oh, gosh, it's like therapy.
I'll send you the bill later.
Thank you. I need a tissue.
I read about, and I'm trying to think who it was. Was it Steve Jobs or someone like that wore the same thing every day? Like if you looked into their closet, it was like
interesting.
The same outfit. So their point was
Pee Wee Herman.
I don't want to make it Pee Wee Herman. I don't want to make a decision about what I'm wearing.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. That sounds great to have like a uniform, man.
You know?
I guess I kind of do, though. We kind of do. You got your tennis skirts,
yes,
and I got my lounge pants.
But, you know, I still wear different tops. I don't think I would like to wear the same thing every day, but I do like the idea of like not having to think about what I wear. That sounds kind of nice.
It is nice, and maybe that's also the freedom of working from home, is that you don't necessarily have to go shopping for business suits or whatnot. You can wear whatever is comfortable for you, because our job is very mobile. You know, we have to be moving around in the kitchen. You don't want to wear anything too nice because you're going to get food on it, especially when you're trying to photograph it. So you want comfort and accessibility. And
do you wear the same comfy whatever pants you call those? What do you call them? Comfy pants?
I have like 8 pairs of them. Are you kidding me? So maybe I am more like Pee Wee Herman. You open up my drawer and I have, if I find something that I like, I'll buy multiple sets because I know that I will wear it over and over again, that it will then start developing holes. So I like to have backup.
Yes,
but I don't mind wearing jeans. There are certain jeans that I have that are super cozy. Or these lounge pants that I have.
Lounge pants.
And I like them. I mean, this might be too far. I have to make sure I have to put on a bra too, because like that's part of I feel like I'm an adult and, you know, I'm a respectable business owner. So
and a bra makes you feel that way?
Yeah, totally. Yeah. Because then it's like, okay, I'm not being completely lazy. But that's me, you know, that's for me. That's part of my requirement in my uniform.
What about when you're shooting? Do you wear something different when you're shooting?
No, I don't. I kind of do the same. I did hear something, I think Pinch of Yum in one of their newsletters was talking about what you wear affects what you're shooting. And I never thought about that until they said that, how the color can reflect off into the photo. So I've been a little more mindful of that. But it doesn't really change. I try to do I try to limit 2 posts a day if I'm going to cook and then photograph. That's a lot for me. Yeah. I usually try to do it one at a time, but I keep what's on. Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't strip down or anything like that.
I do have a black apron that I keep.
Do? Okay.
And I'll put that on. The thing I like about it too is it has pockets, whereas oftentimes my yoga pants and my tennis skirt does not have pockets, and so it's kind of nice to have. Yeah. What is it with women's clothes and pockets? What do you get that?
There was a meme out there, I believe, when they're talking about. Oh, I can't even remember it now, so I'm not even going to pretend to talk about it. But they're saying like how anytime somebody comments on a girl's dress, if it has pockets, it's just the greatest thing ever. That didn't make any sense. I take that back.
I like it.
Yes.
We talk about it a lot because for a while I was putting my iPhone in my bra because it seemed like a really nice place to put it. But then I've read that that's bad for you, so I don't do that anymore.
Oh, that seems uncomfortable.
It's not uncomfortable. It feels actually very nice. It's very secure. It's not going anywhere. Yeah.
Well, yeah, you got that, but I just feel like it would get like sloshed around and do boob sweat. TMI.
Whereas if you put it in your
guys.
waistband, though, to me it feels like it can get lost, or it can like fall off or fall out.
It goes down into your pants. So
Yes.
you have that where it actually falls down.
Yes.
No,
Okay.
yeah. So I guess pockets are, that's probably why they created more pockets in women's clothing, is to avoid the bra and the pants falling.
Yes, exactly. So that's one of the reasons I like, having this apron that I use when we're shooting. Sometimes I'll put that on, and it's black, and so I feel like it hopefully doesn't, take away any color that's in the shot. I don't know. I don't know if I'm that good of a photographer that we are, that it would matter. I don't know.
That was my thought when I was saying that, I'd be mindful. It's like it's a big deal for me anyway. Who cares? But at least I like to think about it.
The thing that I've been thinking about lately, as far as wardrobe is concerned, is color, because I wear a lot of black and grays. I've been wearing a lot of grays lately, and I think the more I've been thinking about the topic of authenticity, the more I've been thinking about how much I like color. So I think I'm going to be adding some color to my wardrobe now.
See, this is interesting that you bring that up, because isn't it funny how we can always take last week's topic and infuse it into this week's topic? Because what you wear really does set the mood for you. It's not defining. It doesn't say who you are. It's just an expression of how you feel from the inside out, right?
Yes, I agree.
And so for me lately, it's not my work wardrobe. It's my outside of work wardrobe when I go and, have lunch with friends or go out to dinner at night. I have realized that part of my self-care, like we talked about last week, is buying nicer things instead of a multitude of clothing items that might have cost $300, but I got 20 items for it.
Yeah.
Now spending $300 and I only got 3 items, but they're good quality pieces that are going to stay in my wardrobe for a long time. And not only that, they make me feel really good.
Right.
And one of my visualizations when I first started working on my own was I wanted to have Anthropologie as the place I went to go buy my clothes.
I love that story.
I adore it too. And there was a time in my life where I was, a little more financially secure, and I was able to shop at Anthropologie. And it's been a while since that's been able to. And so that was my intention. I started visualizing walking through the store, and whatever I wanted, I'm like, I'll pick this and I'll pick this, and And so I got a financial goal recently, and I realized it's not that great if I can't celebrate in it. And so one of my celebrations was to take care of myself and treat myself to a little splurge at Anthropologie. And it has made a world of a difference to buy a pair of jeans that actually fit my body the way my 37-year-old self is, instead of trying to hike up my jeans, so my butt crack doesn't show from Forever 21 or whatever, and be uncomfortable and my bladder's killing because the button is going right into it. It means the world of a difference. Now I carry myself so differently with some of these pieces because I feel good about myself, and I look good in these clothing because they're well made, and it's just the way that I've taken care of myself. And so there is something to it too. There's something to just adding a little color, adding nice denim to your wardrobe, right?
Yeah. I like this. I like what I hear too is this creating the vision and then just kind of having the faith of letting that happen. That's pretty cool.
Well, what I love about that is it's not completely specific, right? So it's not just going back to our previous talk, it's not I want to have 10,000 more followers by November of 2016. It's opening up my Instagram and being delighted and surprised and overwhelmed with joy for whatever it might be, or opening my bank account and smiling because, oh my gosh, I have a surplus of money now in my account. This hasn't happened ever. And so how exciting is this? And so those kind of visualization techniques help me because they're surprising too, because it's not like one specific event that happens and you're like, that's the one event that I want and I'm looking for and it's got to be then and it has to be that way. It just happens over time, and
I love that. And it's also about the self-expression of what you're wearing too. So it's I don't know, it's a nice like full picture. It's beautiful.
Woohoo! And who would have known? Yeah, I think I've come full circle in this. Maybe I would like to, spruce up a little bit more. Maybe shower a little bit more too. Who knows? I might be feeling sassy. I don't know.
Stay tuned. We'll have to have this.
I don't know.
We'll have to have this discussion again later and see where we land, huh?
Yeah, well, I'm going to see if you're wearing your tennis skirt and you see if I'm wearing my lounge pants. It's the next FriChat.
I love it. That's really good. Okay, so I love that we've got this hashtag out there called Blogger Me Time, and I think we should encourage people to continue using that.
I would love to see this continue on for a very long time. I mean,
Me too.
I don't think we ever stop needing to take care of ourselves in whatever capacity. I would love to see photo. You know what? I might post a photo of me at anthropology next week. Who knows?
That is a great idea. Yes.
Yeah, but whatever it might be, we would love to see the way that you take care of yourself in that moment and share it with the community.
Yeah, and maybe share some of your favorite outfits too. Like, if like I have a pair of Croc sandals that I like to wear. They're very comfortable. I think they look kind of dressy too. So yeah, there's. Well,
then you need to post that. We would like to see that.
Okay, I love it. So
Done.
Thanks. That sounds like a wrap. What do you think?
Yeah, sounds good.
Okay, good. Thanks everybody for another week of FriChats. Thanks, Cara.
Thanks, Marly. See you next week.
Thanks so much for joining us for FriChats. Cara and I will be back next week with another episode of FriChats, so come join us, won't you? If you'd like to see the show notes page where we left links and notes and quotes about today's discussion, or if you'd like to sign up for our weekly email newsletter to get tips on food blogging, head over to choppedpodcast.com today. That's it for today's show. Here's to something inspirational coming your way today.